guys, so today I'm here with a new name video for you, and today I'm going to be talking about names for twins. Twins are double the giggles, double the diapers, and of course double the names. And some people have very strong opinions about names for twins. Some people love really matchy names for twins, names that start with the same letter and have a similar sound, and some people like to give twins names that are completely different. I am somewhere in the middle. I don't mind matchy names, and I do think that twins' names are really nice if they have individuality, although I do like it if they have some sort of similarity, some sort of underlying meaning maybe that ties them together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the top 10 most popular twin names for girl girl, boy boy, and girl boy twins with you, and then I'm going to share some twin names that I would personally love to hear on twins. So I'm going to get started with the top 10 most popular girl-girl twin names for 2013. So at number 10 was Mackenzie and Madison, and these are both fairly common girls' names, and they both start with the letter M. Number 9 was Ava and Olivia, again fairly common girls' names. Number 8 was Ava and Ella. Number 7 was Madison and Morgan. Number 6 was Isabella and Sophia, both very common girls' names. Number 5 was Ava and Emma. Number 4 was Faith and Hope, which are both one-syllable virtue names, so pretty matchy. Number 3 was Gabriella and Isabella. These names kind of rhyme, but you could use the nicknames Gabby and Bella to make them a little bit different. Number 2 was Olivia and Sophia, which are very popular girls' names. And the number 1 most common twin set for girl-girl twins in 2013 was Ella and Emma, which is fairly matchy. I would actually go with Ella and Etta, and I think that would be cute because it would kind of honor Ella Fitzgerald and Etta James as an alternative to Ella and Emma. So then I came up with some twin sets that I would love to hear used on girl-girl twins. The first one I have is Hazel and Ivy, and I didn't actually come up with this twin set. I met twin girls named Hazel and Ivy. They were about a year old, and they were the inspiration for this whole twin video because they got me thinking about twin names. Hazel and Ivy are both plant names, and they're both antique names that have kind of started to be used again, and I just think they are so perfect together. They both have a bit of an exotic letter in them. They have a Z and a V, which aren't super common letters to find in names. I just think that they are perfect names for twins. Then I have Allegra and Calypso, and I think if you are kind of a brave namer, you like names that are a little bit out there, these would be a perfect choice for twins for you. Allegra and Calypso both fall into the kind of aria trend of music names. They both have a musical association, and I think they would make perfect names for twin girls. If you love unisex names, I chose the names Blair and Quinn, which are both one-syllable unisex names. I think another name that would go great with this set if you were having triplets would be Greer, or if you just liked maybe Blair and Greer or Quinn and Greer, those would be great twin sets as well. Then I have Lydia and Phoebe, and I think both of these names are so spunky and fresh sounding, but they're actually very old, ancient names. They are biblical names, and I think they work very well as twin names. For those of you who like classic names like I do, I chose Alice and Eliza. Alice and Eliza have a lot of spunk, but they're still very classic girls' names. And then I always encourage people to look to their heritage to find names. I have family that came over from Cornwall to North America. So I chose two Cornish names as an example. I chose Demelza and Carenza, and I think these names sound so beautiful together. But say you had Russian heritage, you could choose names like Tatiana and Anastasia, which sound beautiful together. If you are of Greek heritage, you could choose Calliope and Ariadne. And if you had Welsh heritage, I do have some Welsh heritage, you could choose names like Gwyneth and Olwen or Gwyneth and Bronwyn. I think if you choose names that come from the same place, from the same origin, they have just automatically, they kind of have a good, they just sound good together because they come from the same place. So it's always fun to look at names from your heritage. For the most popular names for boy twins, people tended to choose names that started with the same letter. At number 10 for the most popular boy twin sets for 2013 was Isaac and Isaiah. Number 9 was Jaden and Jalen, very similar sounding names. Number 8 was Jacob and Joseph. Number 7 was Elijah and Isaiah, and I believe these are the only two names for twins on this list that don't start with the same letter. At number 6 was Landon and Logan. Number 5 was Matthew and Michael. Number 4 was Daniel and David. I think this is probably my favorite twin set on this popular list. Number 3 was Jaden and Jordan. Number 2 was Ethan and Evan. And the most popular boy twin set from 2013 was Jacob and Joshua. So a lot of classic boys names, but a lot of the same first initial. The first twin set for boys that I have that I would really like to hear on twin boys is Jonah and Callum. And Jonah and Callum both have that masculine sound that is still somewhat soft sounding, and they also have the same meaning, and they both mean dove. I love it when twin names or even sibling names in general have the same meaning, because it's a nice way to tie the names together without being too obvious. So I think Jonah and Callum would make great names for twins. Then I have names for music lovers. I have Hendrix and Jagger for Jimi Hendrix and Mick Jagger. Another one that would work with these is Lennon for John Lennon. So if you were having triplets, you could have Hendrix, Jagger, and Lennon, or you could do twin sets, Hendrix and Lennon, or Jagger and Lennon. Then I have two Old Testament biblical names, Ezra and Boaz. And neither of these are super popular, and I think they sound really, really good together because they're both 4 letters and they both have a Z in them, so they are just really cool sounding names. The next 2 names I have, I think of little surfer twins when I hear these names, Kai and Bodhi. Kai is a Hawaiian name that means ocean, which might be where I'm getting the surfer association, and Bodhi is for the Bodhi tree, and I just think these names fit really well together. They sound kind of naturey and surfery, and I just think they would make really good names for twins. Then I have Theodore and Nathaniel. I think these names are so great for twin names. These two have the same meaning as well. They both mean gift of God, and they're both such classic boys names. I would definitely consider using these names if I was having twins, Theodore and Nathaniel. I love that you can get so many nicknames out of them. For Theodore, you can go with Theo or Teddy, and with Nathaniel, you can go with Nat, Nate, Nathan. I just think these make really, really great names for twins. And then the last twin set I have for boys is Canaan and Jericho. And these are both biblical place names. These are place names that aren't really on the map yet in terms of baby names. Jericho was just in the top 1,000 for the first time in 2013, and it's still way up in the 900s, so it's not popular at all yet. And I think that if you're looking for interesting place names, because the place name trend is so popular right now, I think Canaan and Jericho would be really cool, and they also have that biblical association. So for boy-girl twins, for the most popular ones from 2013, people tended to choose pretty matchy names. At number 10 was Zoe and Zachary, number 9 was Olivia and Owen, number 8 was Addison and Aiden, number 7 was Samuel and Sophia, number 6 was Madison and Matthew, number 5 was Jada and Jaden, which is pretty matchy. Number 4 is Madison and Michael. Number 3 was Taylor and Tyler, another quite matchy one. Number 2 was Emma and Ethan, and the most popular boy-girl twin set from 2013 was Madison and Mason. So as for names that I would love to see on boy-girl twins, the first twin set that I came up with was Violet and Sebastian. And yes, this is a play on the names Viola and Sebastian from Shakespeare's play The Twelfth Night. Viola is a name that's not in the top 1,000. Of course, Viola and Sebastian would be cute for twins, but I thought that since Violet and Sebastian are pretty similar in popularity, Violet's at number 69 on the popularity charts and Sebastian's at number 45, that people who liked the name Violet might also like the name Sebastian, and it would still have that Shakespearean connection. It just wouldn't be quite as obvious. I just think it'd be really cute to meet twins named Violet and Sebastian. Then for those of you who like your mythology, I came up with Artemis and Orion, which are both Greek mythological names. And they also both have to do with hunting. Artemis was the goddess of the hunt, and Orion was a mythological hunter who was turned into a constellation. So although you might have to be a little bit brave to use these names, I think they would be very cool. And then for those of you who love classic names, I just think that Henry and Charlotte would be the cutest names for a boy-girl twin set. I think I would probably melt if I met twins named Henry and Charlotte. It would be so cute. For parents who love traveling, I came up with the travel-inspired twin set Atlas and India. Atlas is one that people have started to pay attention to. I believe it was in the top 1,000 for the first time in 2013 since like the 1800s. And Atlas is obviously a globe, and then India is a really, really cool place name that I love so much. So Atlas and India I think would make such a cool twin set for parents who love to travel. And then looking to your heritage again, I came up with Anastasia and Nikolai. Obviously these are Russian names, but whatever heritage you come from, whatever background your family is, I think it's always a good idea to look for names, maybe even in your family tree. So those are some names that I would personally love to see on twins, as well as some of the most popular names for twins right now. Let me know what you thought of these twin sets, and if you have twins, what their names are. If you were to have twins, what you would name them. If I was to have twins, oh goodness, what would I name my twins? If I was to have boy-boy twins, I guess I would give them my top boys' names, which are Caspian, Leo, and Sebastian Kai, which go together, I think, Sebastian Kai and Caspian Leo. If I was to have twin girls, they would be Antonia Winter and Octavia Snow, which are pretty matchy. Those are kind of matchy, Antonia Winter and Octavia Snow, especially with the middle names, but I think it would work. And if I was to have boy-girl twins, they would be Antonia Winter and Caspian Leo, which I think that works the best out of all the twin sets. Yeah, Antonia Winter and Caspian Leo. Let me know what your twins' names would be in the comments below, just for fun. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys soon.